Okay, everybody just calm the fuck down. What you have been hearing about flashlight apps is mostly bullshit. Hey everyone, I'm Izzy Nobry and this is the Izzy Nobry Show. A buddy of mine sent me a link this week to a news report on Fox. In this report, there's some cybersecurity expert by the name of Gary Milievsky? Gary Milievsky. So this guy's saying that he has news that are worse than Ebola.
I think this is bigger than Ebola right now.
So what the fuck is he talking about? He's talking about flashlight apps that are actually malware. Traditionally, that term was used to refer to viruses. Thing is, there's no money in wrecking people's computers, so viruses, in the way that we used to know them, are sort of a thing of the past. What malware does nowadays is mine your personal information, be it banking information or your contacts, stuff like that. What this guy's arguing is that all of us, apparently, have downloaded a certain malicious flashlight app. The app acts like it's just a flashlight app, but without us knowing, it's getting all your shit. So right off the bat, you have to wonder, what app is this? Tell me so I can fucking get it off my phone. Strangely, the guy doesn't actually say what app he's referring to. He talks about a whole bunch of apps that are doing that, but he doesn't actually call them out by name, which at first you should think it's weird. If somebody's talking about a major security risk, you would want to know what that is exactly, right? Somebody comes on the news saying that people are getting stabbed at a certain street in your city. Like you walk down the street and you get stabbed, and that's like happening like crazy. If that comes on the news, you want to fucking know where that street is, so you don't go there. So for some reason in this Fox News report, and that really should have been your first red flag, he doesn't say what apps those are. He goes on to say that his company offers a safe flashlight app. The other thing that this guy doesn't tell you is that this is mostly, if not entirely, on the Android app marketplace. Say what you want about Apple, and I have, but the fact that their app store is closed down avoids these things from happening. You don't have malicious apps like that for iPhone. Strangely, this guy also didn't say that. So that's your third red flag, really. First, it's a Fox News report, a news organization that is known for their fear-mongering. Second of all, guy doesn't tell you what apps to avoid exactly. Something that would be the most useful piece of information were this story true. Thirdly, he doesn't mention iPhone users are not really at risk for this. And that's a big portion of the cell phone using population. Oh, and don't forget the hyperbole.
I think this is bigger than Ebola right now.
Really? Bigger than Ebola, buddy? You sure we're talking about the same Ebola? That right there should be a huge indication that this story is probably bullshit. So yeah, they just happen to sell a safe alternative to all these flashlight apps that they have out there. I wonder why the guy who sells flashlight apps would say that there's all these malicious flashlight apps out in the market. You know what's funny? On his page, and I actually went there to check, he has this flashlight app, which I think is called Privacy Flashlight, if I remember correctly, listed on there for several different cell phone platforms. And then it's not available for iOS. And the reason that is, they have a little blurb there that's basically them saying, or I should say them admitting, that the app is bullshit because Apple has said so. They said, we don't really need your app. We have plenty here. I don't see a reason for yet another flashlight app. And the worst thing is, they actually accuse App Store apps of being spyware, which is just entirely untrue. Not to fucking mention, all these phones come with native flashlight functionality now. It's like you swipe from the bottom, or I think on the top on Android, you click a button and it's right there. You don't really fucking need to download a flashlight app anymore. What's this, 2009? Now that's fear-mongering at its finest. Basically, they took something that's sort of true. There have been some malicious apps in the Android marketplace in the past. But to say this is worse than Ebola, especially when most people don't even really need to download these apps anymore anyway, because the phone comes with that functionality built in, and then add the fact that everybody using an iPhone doesn't really have to worry about this, even though he's conveniently admitting that. On top of that, he's trying to sell his own flashlight app. You don't need to buy his flashlight app. Anyway, your phone's fine, that's what I'm trying to say. If you like this video, as always, click the like button, subscribe, and you know the drill, right? Like everybody says the same thing. You know by now what you're supposed to do if you like a video, right? Maybe this is the first video you're watching ever. Then click the like button, subscribe, and yeah. Anyway, I'm Izzy, and I'm done. No, fuck you. It's not worse than Ebola.